Okay, back after a short break, and let's fix some multiplayer issues with this entire template. So let's go back and see where we are right now. So we're playing on dedicated server, one client, hit play, and we got this nice sways by IK. We got our left hand always fixed and rotating properly. We got an overlay pose for legs, so we have one mesh full body, and we can aim down the side and we can shoot. Okay, but we can't reload. If we reload, it happens, but it happens only on the client, so the reload doesn't really work because our gun is set up in such a way that the reload event has to be triggered on the server. So what can we do? Instead of just playing montage, we will be taking our AGR animation master and we'll be doing play network montage, and we'll just find this montage. Once we have it, we go back to our character and we just insert it here. And instead of that, we just got this. But now we got also a problem with our active weapon, that our weapon also has display montage that we want to be in sync, and it won't be in sync if we just play it directly through here. So what we need to make it multiplayer. So let's make a custom event and call it multi-reload weapon. So this is, oh, you know what, we'll just make it inside the weapon itself. So we'll do this, and then we're going to get our active weapon. And you know what, to make everything more clear, we're going to go into examples, blueprints, FPS Pro, and here we're going to make a new blueprint interface, and we're going to call it BPI FPS Pro. Okay, and inside here we make a new function that will be called trigger reload. Okay, and now we go into our BPM16, and inside here we need to say that class settings, we want to add the interface FPS Pro interface, this one, compile, and now we have this interface function called trigger reload. So we can just directly implement this function. It will be an event because it didn't have any inputs or outputs, and what it will do, we will have a new variable which will be called reload gun montage, and this is an anim montage object reference, and for this we need to know this montage. So, oh, I already deleted that one. So we will do two things here. So do a custom event. This custom event will be called multi-try reload, and it will be a multicast reliable event. And what we're going to do, we're going to basically get weapon mesh, play montage, and the montage will be this, and that's it. It will play on the server on all clients at the same time, and it has to be triggered on the server. So multi-try reload, okay, and this will work only on the server. So what we need to do here, we need to do another custom event and call it trigger try reload, and it will be running on the server, reliable, and it will do multi-try reload. Okay, so just this, and here we will just call this function directly. Okay. Trigger, okay, no, not this one. Try reload. Trigger try reload. Oh, let's just call it server. it will be less confusing. Okay, so this way we're saying that when we receive this notification, just do that. So multi-reload. Okay. Okay, we don't need this at all. Click in play, tick, but we don't need them at all for now at least. So we got this, and let's just try it. So we got active weapon, doesn't matter what kind of object it is, if it is example gun or just an actor, we can always go and say reload. Wait, how did we call it? Trigger reload. Let's call it differently, or you know what, let's just say keywords reload try trigger ammo weapon gun. Okay, and this will be in category weapon. Okay, and this category is just the way that it's being here in interface. It has a category, that's it. So we got this, and now once we go here to this character, we can say try trigger, and we have trigger reload message, and it should be a message because we don't know, we just know the actor is the recipient and we're not receiving anything in return, so this should be fine. Okay, and the way this is being done and this means that they should be in sync once I start reloading. Oh, they didn't. Okay, let's think. What's wrong with it? Once we created the gun, did we or did we not? Only on authority we set it. Did we set owner? Yes, we did set owner. So we are the owner of the gun. If we are the owner of the gun, trigger reload M16 event trigger reload is going to do this. Server try reload. We changed its name, so it might break. Server try reload once again, and do a print string and do a print string multi and here server. So let's see if this is even triggering. It is. So we did something wrong. Oh yeah, reload gun montage. We didn't specify the gun montage at all. So it has to be rifle reload empty, I guess. It will be this one. Yeah, it's this one. So let's go back here and let's set the default value for this montage. Let's see now. Okay, it's not perfectly in sync, which means that we have to do it a bit differently. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to leave it as it was, but here when we trigger it, we're going to trigger it once, and it goes like this. After that, we're going to do it on the server. The server casts it to multi, and then multi is triggering everywhere else. And everywhere else, we need to check if we are not local. So let's get owner. Not local role, but let's see if it's how to do it. Okay, we can just get self-instigator controller. So what it does, it's checking the ownership tree until it hits a controller. So this gun has an owner, which is a character, and this character has an owner, which is a controller. So he will follow this ownership tree until he hits controller. So once we have the controller, we can say is local controlled, and basically if it is, then we don't want to run this animation because we already did. So only if it's false we want to run it, because this will happen only if this is true. And so we can do it like this, and we'll see if this works better in sync. Let's check. Okay, now the sync is perfect. And by the way, some of our bullets are just going nowhere, so we have to check out what's wrong with that. So let's go to our awesome projectile, and let's give it a trace for some time, and let's see what's going on. Why this is happening sometimes? Okay, maybe it's because we are doing not enough update frequencies for the aim. Let's do it 60, and aim distance, that should be fine honestly. So let's go into our tick of the example gun, so here, and let's maybe skip this one, get instigator controller. Yeah, let's skip this one. Local player controlled, not, and is local player controlled. No, we want to say if it's local controlled, not player controlled, because this, we want this to work for AI as well. And then we can get active camera, and if it is valid, then do this, and if it is not valid, we want to set our barrel rotation to 0, 0, 0. Set relative rotation to 0, 0, 0. If it is not valid, and should we set it here? Doesn't really change anything. I don't think so. Yeah, let's just leave it as this, and let's see. Oh, sometimes we are still shooting into space. But we can reload properly now. What's this? Why this is happening? Okay, that's odd. Let's go back here. Okay. And maybe this will help. No, both of those changes didn't do anything, so let's just keep it. It's not this, it's something else. Okay, so we're getting the socket muzzle, and what's the actual socket on here? Let's check, because that's probably the problem. So this is the skeleton, and do we have muzzle? We have B muzzle, but the actual socket that we are attached to with our gun is called muzzle socket. So what we need is in our example gun to make this socket a variable, and aim socket name. And by default it's muzzle, but for our M16, when we go into class settings and defaults, we will find this one and we'll call it this muzzle socket. So this will make a lot more sense to the BP now.